Be a thug. All right, man.
For sure.
All right, it is 7:30 ish on a Sunday night. That means once again we are back live in the man cave. Another edition with Polk. You got the All-State coach with us. What's going on with you, coach?
Which happy Sunday to you, coach.
Hey, happy Sunday, man. The first Sunday. They are on the way back, man. All the way back. So and the All-State PG will jump on shortly. Got another engagement, so he'll jump on, but we show must go on. Appreciate y'all tuning in and rocking with us. This is Pokus. We are the number one source for high school basketball in the state of Florida. Do appreciate y'all spending a little time with us this evening as we talk sports, more specifically basketball. So we don't have the PG right now for the Tuma tape. So, Coach, you got anything in your corner? I see your shirt, so that might be a preview of what's going to happen. But I'll defer and see if I'm right or wrong. But
No,
you
coach,
got
we'll see. It's young. The night is young, coach. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? First of all, coach, man, I want to thank everybody, coach, man. Like last weekend was truly special. You know what I'm saying? It was truly special. So I really want to tip my hat off to you and Toomer. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that was involved in working to make that happen. But man, shout out to the county, man. Y'all showed up. It was a truly a family reunion. You know, people came far as California, Texas. Know somebody was here from Virginia. Coach, man, it was a sight to see, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I want to personally say thank you. I want to shout out Lakeland for winning on the men's side. I want to shout out the State Junkies, Winter Haven State Junkies for winning the girls side. Um, but we can't thank you enough, man. We really can't. But I want to make sure that I give everybody their flowers like right now, coach, including yourself, Toomer, the TBS step team and their parents that worked, all 3 days. Shout out to McGriff and his program for opening up their doors to us.
yeah, man, it was definitely, Coach. It was you like you say, Coach. It was like, and I said it to you all. It was like the family reunion that you didn't want to end. It's just like it was. It started and people showed up. Shout out to you, Whitson, man, for coming across country, man, and hanging out with us, man. And we just so I don't even, coach. I don't even know. My lady was like, "How you feel? How you feel about it?" And even to him, he called me the other day, like Thursday. He was like, "Brad, you pro?" So I don't even think I even processed what happened yet. Maybe I will in a week, but I don't even. I know for me that whenever we decided to do it a couple of years ago, for what it is now, and what it is and where it's going. And I mean, you got people still talking about it. You got people talking about next year already, and just the vibes and the energy and just all the way around, man. It was, it was. Like I said, I still don't think I've processed what just happened, Coach. Not even like a week ago.
Coach, just think about some of the pictures that we're seeing. That Bartow picture was epic with the men and women group, taking a picture in the locker room. Not only that, I seen a big picture from Lake Region with Scott Williams coming back, Arbondale, you know, Lake, everybody, coach. You know what I'm saying? I thought those pictures were memorable and special. You know what I'm saying? Just
Pictures
yeah,
speak 1,000 words, Coach.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? Just to see the energy from that. You know what I'm saying? It was special, coach.
So what do you? What I mean, and it's almost like, are you even? I mean, so, Coach, we come from all over the county. We come from all over the state. We coming from different states, and you come in the gym, coach, and it one we had, we had one quick incident on the court that we, took care of. But coach, you had absolutely no issues whatsoever. None in the gym, none on the court, none in the parking lot. We were just had a really good time, and I'm just so I speak for all of us. I know I'm just so humble and appreciative, man. That and like I said, I just feel like we believe if we give people something to do
Mm-hmm.
and get get them ownership of it, like look, this for y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with us. This for y'all. And people will at the state coach. It's what we is, what we build on. We Polk County. We do basketball better than anybody in the state because of our tradition and just how much pride we have. But what I saw, coach, above all else, is the level of respect that we got for each other. Like there was no, you know what I'm saying? Everybody respects whether you was Lake Wells, whether you was Arbondale, whether it was respect. Even on the post, even on the pages and people tagging the post, tagging the page, people making jokes and stuff, but you ain't get no like ill will or bad blood. It was all like love and respect. And for me, that's the big takeaway for me, just how much we respect each other. And it was basketball, but it was so much more than basketball. Because it was basketball was the I guess the setting, I guess, but it's so much more than basketball. And just for us to be able to host it and we humbly host it is I didn't think coaching. We was there all day Saturday and Sunday, and I'm just like I know at one point you kind of tapped and Stephanie. Shout out to Stephanie Jean, man. Stephanie at the table all weekend long, man, and sat there and got everybody straight. It was kind of a, a whole 360 moment for me because I was Stephanie AP in middle school. She was I was her assistant principal, and now she is grown and got a family and stuff and doing good things, man. So that was good, but just people just wanting to help and just really appreciate it. Um, really appreciated it, and we thankful. And coach, the biggest thing is how the quality, coach, the quality of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Well, might have been one team that probably could have did, but outside of one team, it was some very high quality like competition, coach. It
The
was some,
girls' games were so competitive, coach. The energy around the girls' games was crazy. Like the competition in the girls' game, coach. Like we couldn't have asked for a better matchups for sure. You know what I'm saying? Elam innings, coach. People diving on the floor. People cheering in the stands. Everybody was engaged, coach.
everybody engaged. And shout out, man. Shout out to Chad Jones and his ladies from All Saints, supporting us, man. We all appreciate that, Chad. Shout out to Mike Sears, pulled up principal of Jewett Academy. Came in and hung out with us, man. Shout out to Mike with
Jewett School
getting
of the
Jewett to
Arts, coach. We
I'm
want to
sorry.
make sure we get that
Jewett,
right.
JSA,
Yeah,
JSA.
Jewett School of the
Say it
Arts.
correctly. My bad, my bad. A school JSA led by Mike Sears came and hung out with us, man. That was big. And Frank, we appreciate it, man. We it's growing, man. It's way past what we thought. At least me. I can't speak for the All-State PG and the All-State coach, but it's blowing my mind, man. Miss Linton, I saw that. Saw you came and hang out with us. You came in there and hung out and supported us. So shout out to you too for your support. And I saw with Luke, and once again getting older, I coached Luke in high school. So a lot of those Lakeland kids that was on the team I coached. So that was kind of surreal too, coach. I know how you feel when you see your guys out there playing. So it was great to see Luke at one point. Luke done been through a lot, man. To see him
Yeah.
back on top with basketball, and now might have a chance to continue to play. That was just so great. He came over and was like, "Coach, thank you for doing this, man. I had so much fun. Thank you for everything." And he was um, really appreciative, just humble with the whole. And I'm sitting there like, "No, thank you. Thank you for coming and playing and taking it serious, not coming here just going through the motions." So say he'll
No,
be
coach,
back next year.
they wanted to play.
Want to
Everybody
play,
came in and wanted to play. And my thing is,
coach.
the high school players or even kids in little league, I think they could have took something from that, like the pride they had playing with each other and for their school again, and how hard they played, coach. It was, it's not a money tournament. We not, what I'm saying? It's not like we giving 10K away like the T Mac tournament, but they come in and play, just as hard. You know
But
what I'm
we,
saying?
but we giving away much more. Nothing. No. This TMAC tournament, obviously, one of the best things going. Was one of the best things. So no slight TMAC, but we
No,
giving away much more than TMAC because we giving away an experience and memories and just because the thing is all Polk County. TMAC, you may have had people from out. So our makeup is totally different. TMAC kind of was more of a not a local. Our thing is this is us. This is the county. This is about family. This is about fellowship. And PC Gridiron, shout out to PC Gridiron, man, always supporting us, man, and we very humble by those words, man. But and we just, I know somebody was like, "Where y'all gonna go next? Cause it's getting bigger. Y'all gonna outgrow." Like you said, shout out to Bartow, man, Coach McGriff, man. Coach McGriff was there the whole time. I promise Coach McGriff came over to the table at least 3-4 times. Cause you good? You need anything? Probably more than that.
yeah.
Coach, what I need you to do is go over there and sit down and just enjoy the tournament. We got it. Just sit here and watch you guys and just be a fan in your gym. That's all I need you to do. Get from over here. But he was there the whole time, and I think Bartow was a great, great place, great facility to have it. It was great when it was at Polk State, but I mean, I think it was better because it was more of a
Intimate.
it's more intimate. Yeah, right. That's the right word. So, no, Mike, I got you, man. Come on now, come on now. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the real, like I wrote earlier, y'all the real MVPs, man. And y'all just kept showing up. You've been showing up since the first time we did it. Come watch the games and just hang out and fellowship and have a good time, man. And no negative energy, positive vibes. Everybody just having a good time, man. And so, only thing that we want to see selfishly next year is we want more lady teams. So this is a shout out. This is a call out. This is whatever you want to call it to the lady teams. The four lady teams that was in Lake Wells, OG, State Junkies, and Bartow, man, they, like you said, the energy. It's just a different energy when them ladies out there playing. But we definitely we want to get more ladies teams in. We want to, and if that means we got to grow it, then that'll be good problems to have, and we'll figure it out. But like we figured it out this year. Shout out to TNJ, man. Also, man, TNJ made it live. Did the live stream. A lot of people were so appreciative, man. Y'all got it live stream, man. I'm out of state, but I want to be there. I can't be there. People was watching every game, so I know it was great for his platform. And we got a great partnership with him. He come in, he quiet, he go into his spot. He had his pros
Section, coach.
He had his own section or nobody up there. He had to worry about nobody, no coaches in his way, and people yelling at him to get people out the screen. And he was there the whole time, man. So everybody just kind of shout out to Blue Summers, man, for showing up. Shout out to Tab Young, Ray Davis with Polk County Youth Sports Network. He pulled up and went live, man. A couple other guys over the DJs, Hewitt Grant. DJ came in. Even gave the people some gospel on Sunday, Coach. Like that was, even gave y'all a gospel set, man. Somebody asked me to play some gospel, and well, Mr. Schaffner, we had a live stream. TNJ Network showed every game all weekend long, Coach. And like you say, Coach, I mean, I think the thing that works for us too, like you said, we're not in there trying to make no money, man. We the ticket prices that we feel like are very affordable. You pay $10 on Saturday, you get to watch 13 games. I don't know nowhere in America you can watch a game for $1 something nowadays. You pay
Yeah.
$20 for a whole weekend, so you get if you come to every game for the whole weekend, it was 30 games for $20. But that ain't even a dollar. That ain't even a dollar a piece. That's less than a dollar to pay. So clearly, we not in it for the bread. We giving all the money in the concession stand to the girls, to the babies. And
Mm-hmm.
shout out to y'all vendors, man, that did not come this year and try to take money out the baby's pocket, man. So shout out to y'all too as well for respecting what we trying to do to help support them and all. So like Coach, all in all, I have nothing
Yeah.
bad to say about nothing.
Like
All
you
we
said, everything impacts young people. Toomer and the step team, 13 national championships. We still have a scholarship going on. Thank you for, contributing to that. And then us having it at Bartow, we are able to impact one of our local teams. You know what I'm saying? We're able to give back to our local team. So whatever we do, it ends up impacting and helping young people. And that's what we're here for.
exactly. So for y'all that sometimes unfortunately some people go to doing receipts. So like you said, we gave financially to Bartow High School. TBS got all the money from the concession stand. We charge about $1 a game essentially. So clearly, we don't end up not trying to make no money off of this. It's all about the community. It's all about the county. It's all about having a good time. And thank you, Mr. Jameson. Jameson, principal for Discovery, came in and hung out with us too. So we got administrators coming in and hanging out and speaking well. I know that Tuma's principal came and hung out. Sleepy Hill's principal. I think the principal and the AP was there. I know the principal was there. She hung out for a while. Obviously, coach, you're an admin, so you there. You're AP as well. You there the whole weekend. So we even got
Bartow principal was there.
who?
Bartow.
Bartow's principal came in. So when you got support from folks, cause they see you trying to do it the right way, we ain't in there trying to do nothing else. It really um oh yeah. And shout out to the shout out to the refs, man. Especially the husband and wife duo, man, who was there all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Was it Shante and what's her
Sade.
name?
Sade.
Sade and Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Not just them, Thomas and Miss Brenda came on Friday, was asking, do we need some help? I said, all I need you to do is sit here and just enjoy it. And I looked up that Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, she had done put
Yeah.
her referee out there and jumped out there. And, yeah, she wanted to get out.
Joan, Greg,
Yeah, man.
Chip. We, you know, we just
High level. High level. It was just high level
yeah,
quality.
and it's a thankless job, man. Like people give them a hard time. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a post about having elite refs. Like, bro, we're not even charging a team elite prices. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
I mean,
everybody got something. And you get the suggestions, you get the shoulda, woulda, couldas, and all that, and we take all that, we read all of it, and we consider all that. We're trying to put the best possible product that's going to be, for you all, and that's all we really care about, making sure that folks come and have a good time, and it's a good product, and I feel like we did that. Obviously, from the energy and the love, it looks like we did that, and so. We're already excited about next year, man. We know it's the end of the summer. We're already excited about where we're going with it, and we feel like it's probably going to continue to grow. I mean, we don't definitely think it's going to go backwards. So, if and when that happens, those will be some good problems to deal with. But as long as y'all keep supporting it, as long as y'all keep showing the love to us like y'all will, we'll continue to do what we do. Like I know, Coach, we got the Friday. 3 o'clock, left out about 10 o'clock. Saturday got there like 8 o'clock, left out 10 o'clock. Sunday got there 8 o'clock, left out about 9 o'clock. And it was fine, Coach. It was fine because folks had a good time, and at the foundation, the core of it, let's just have a good time, man. That's what we're about. That's the whole thing Polk Hoops about, man. Just shining light on Polk County basketball. Not just the babies, not just the ones that's in high school, but the ones that's did it. And sometimes it's good. Then, Coach, you got pro players coming and playing. Brandon Robinson from Lake Wells came and played. Dominique pulled up and showed major love. obviously he couldn't play because he under contract, but he was there and Walt came and hung out
Mm-hmm.
didn't just
Yeah,
come.
coach.
I mean, he
Really hung
came,
out.
hung out, coach, like hung out in the stands, hang out with the coaches, shout out to the kids. I mean, just because they just believe in what we doing, coach, what we doing because I just believe, we always like that, coach. If you do stuff for the right reason, people are supported, and y'all know that we know it definitely ain't nothing about us. It's about the community. I think anybody who asked us to participate, I don't think we said no to anybody because it ain't about that. If you want to come, how some people be like, you can't do this because this, man. If you doing it for the right reason, if you trying to show love to the county, then you gonna always be, you ain't gonna have no issues with us because that ain't
Like,
we ain't in no boxing match with nobody because we good with what we do and that's
but in the end, coach, everything goes back to the kids. So, some people, they want to try to use our platform or use us to, get themselves ahead. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it, giving back to the kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, just know what we in this for. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget what we in this for. You
right.
know what I'm saying? It's not about you personally. It's not about what you got going on personally. You know what I'm saying? But how do what you have going on give back to these kids? And that's our vision, is giving back to these kids. How can we help these kids?
Yeah, can we help the kids? So that's a good segue, coach, because this time next week, these kids going back to school, right?
Yes, sir.
Some is over with. They getting off the bus, they getting out the cars, they walking up, they riding the bike, however they get there, Ubering, Lyft, whatever, they coming, right? So we've talked a lot about. I know you ask this all the time, like, okay, what do you do now that the summer's over with? What's your plan, and what do you do in the time from summer to the time fall start or whatever to make sure you don't lose or fall back or fall behind? So by the same token, coach, you're an admin, you're AP. We got admin in the chat and watching, and you're also a coach. What does that look like? What is the plan, the conversation, the blueprint, whatever you want to say, for the academic side of it? What are we doing? What's the conversation? How should a coach approach the start of the season in the classroom? Because the season starts, that's the real season. That starts before we throw the ball up and they start blowing
Mhm.
whistles and they keeping score. So how should, if a coach is watching or asking or wondering, how does that piece, because keep in mind when they say they say student athlete, they say student before they say athlete. So you as the coach slash admin, what does that look like so we can make sure they start off right? Because sometimes, our kids come in and they more worried about, they're not worried about looking good, but you worry about the outfits and not necessarily what's going to happen once you get in class or walking the halls with them outfits on. So what needs to happen after you come fresh? You fresh, you fresh to death. You got your hair did. You got you lined up and all.
Oh,
And all
so
that's
them
great.
pictures coming now. Them pictures
They
coming now.
pictures, they coming right. Them first day fits coming right. And,
Them
and
pictures
shout out to
coming.
shout out. And with us Pokus, we want to shout you out. So players, send us your first day pics, and we'll post them. We don't care about posting yourself like we did with the prom. So we want to support you looking good because what Dion said, you look good, you feel good, right? You
Yes,
still
sir.
play good, but hopefully you'll look good and feel good, and you do good in class in English 3 and Algebra 2. So how would you approach that? What advice or what's the blueprint that you would give starting off academically or as the student side of it, not athlete side?
So I'm gonna talk to it from a coaching standpoint first. From a coaching standpoint, you have to set expectations from a student athlete part, from the academic side, just as well as you do from the coaching side. So what I would do is I would meet with the kids that I had this summer and the ones that are potentially gonna, come and try out um in October or November or whenever the tryout started, and basically let them know that there's an expectation inside the class. Like, hey, one, you need to get to class on time. You know what I'm saying? Two, you need to sit in the first couple rows of the classroom. You know what I'm saying? Have positive interactions with your teacher. You know what I'm saying? Greet your teacher. Be nice. Don't sit in the back. Don't, be a class clown. None of that. Because you're a representation of the program. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you establish these positive relationships just in case you may need them. You know what I'm saying? You may need a recommendation. You may be on the borderline for a grade. They're going to look back and see how you were in class to figure out whether they're going to help you or not. You know what I'm saying? And your reputation around that school is going to follow you. You know what I'm saying? Teachers talk, coach. Teachers talk.
Worse than anybody.
Talk. So what you want to do is just make sure you establish um, a positive relationship with your teachers. Like I said, sit in front of the class and just be engaged and do your work. Just turn in your assignments. A lot of people get in trouble because they don't even turn in their assignments. You want to wait till the last minute. Some teachers are on work with you, some teachers not. That's just from a coaching standpoint. Just make sure you set expectations um, for your student athletes. From an admin standpoint, um, again, we're here so that you graduate. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be on track to graduate, and it starts with coming to school every day. The biggest problems that we have across the country is people don't come to school every day. When you're not in school, you're not learning. So therefore, you struggle in the classroom, and not only in the classroom against those standardized tests that you have to pass to graduate. Those things are important. You have to be in school, coach. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in school. You have to be engaged. You have to turn in your work. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you got to establish those positive relationships because you're going to need those people to help you. They're not going to help you if you in the, giving them problems every day.
Coach, I
So
remember back in the day, we way back. What's up, PG? I'll say PG Tap Dan. What's going on with your boss?
What's good?
Look,
What's good?
there
what's
ain't
up?
that much, man. We just got done talking about kind of recapping a little bit the alumni tournament. So I don't know if you want to tap in on anything else before we just switched to a new topic. But if you want to say anything about the alumni, as the old folks say, if you want to say anything about the alumni tournament, you can shout it out. If not, we'll just keep rolling. But I want to give you a minute if you want
Nah,
to.
I just want to appreciate everybody for the support. We're gonna continue to try to make it better each year. Thank Coach McGriff from Bartow High School and all the guys that played in the tournament, as well as the people that came to watch them play. Man, it was a great tournament. Um, Super excited about moving forward next year.
Okay. So back in the day, Coach, a lot of people know that as far as the Lakeland Fire like 30,
Y'all
maybe
hear me?
like 30. Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah,
We
we
hear you.
got
We heard you.
Oh, okay.
Um, the
Barnes went. Barnes went ghost.
can you hear me? Can you hear me, PG?
That my phone.
That's you. You on that second platform. But yeah, we started the fire a long time ago. Me, McGriff, Tommy Lane, R.I.P. And Coach, we created, and this was Lakeland Fire. Now this ain't high school.
That must be Barnes' phone, BD.
Boys. He on here. He good.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, Coach, we created a generic grade sheet, and we just got a sheet of paper and drew some lines. One column was the classes, one column was their grade, and then the most important part was comments. And every 2 weeks they had to get them grade sheets filled out. If you came to practice and you ain't have every class, not know my teacher wasn't there, not know if you didn't have it filled out, coach, you had to run for every blank blocks on there. You had to run, coach. I took that to Jenkins. Them guys hated it at Jenkins. Every 2 weeks, them teachers loved that grade sheet because they loved the comment section more than anything. If you can't behave, go in these people's class and behave, like you said, because coach, the only sport that covers both semesters in high school is basketball. A lot of people don't know that. You gotta It starts in the first semester, it finishes in the second semester. So you gotta if I play football, if I'm eligible next Monday, because I can make all F's and I'm still finish the season because by the time the grades come out, football over with. And if I ain't eligible right now in my season, if I play baseball, I got all semester to get eligible. With basketball, if you ain't eligible first semester, by the time you get eligible, you was district. I don't know,
Yeah, the
So
district, huh?
you got to hold it a little longer. So you got to start from the jump, or else it may not be no jump. So I think sometimes we lose that. We lose that. We lose that academic piece, coaching. It's a C average. It's 2.0 is a C average. You can't go into people class and get a C. And if you get an A, hell, if you got PE, that's guaranteed A, right? It should be.
Should
If you
be.
so even you so you got a little leeway on that one, but I just think we don't have the Coach Fuller. We had to get your attention, man. Don't know. And I know McGriff took it to Bartow at first. I know he probably do something much more complex now, but them teachers be wanting to know that the coaches care about what they doing because, like you say, Coach, you might need them. I can't tell you how many times I had to go get some little Debbie cakes, apples when I was at Jenkins, Coach, and call my guys. Now I ain't gonna say none of their names on here, but hey, man, go take this thing to Miss such and such, and because I'm a need her, because I see what you doing. And that I know that's why a lot of admin want their coaches on campus so they can keep up with that stuff. I know it gets tougher when you're not on campus, but coach, you gotta stay on them because, like you said, academics, unfortunately, in this day and age of social media and Twitter and Instagram and getting your highlights and getting offers and all that, we lose the academic piece until it's too late.
And you can't wait until the season, coach. It's too late then. You know what I'm saying? It's everything's electronic right now, where you can go in and just pull all that grade. You don't even have to ask the teacher. You can just go in and pull all the kids' grades. You know what I'm saying? If my coaches came to me, I can sit up there and pull all the kids' grades and give it to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard. But my thing is, you can't wait. You know what I'm saying? You need a 2.0 to graduate. All right. But let's talk about being um, eligible to play at the college level. You got to have a 2.3 in your core, coach. You got to have a 2.3 in your core. All right. So the test score is not valid anymore according to the institution. All right. If the institution don't require you to have a test score, you just got to have a 2.3 in your core in order to qualify. But some institutions still require the SAT and ACT. Some institutions require higher than a 2.3. You need to figure out, what these institution rules are. But myself, you got to judge yourself accordingly. You shouldn't even be floating around that, coach. You know what I'm saying? You got to be aiming for a 3 or higher. You know what I'm saying? The resources are there, and if you need additional resources, go talk to your teacher. Pull them aside after the period. Talk to them after school. You know what I'm saying? It's people there to help you if you ask.
If you ask, we ask for the wrong thing sometimes, coach. We don't ask for the right stuff
And then
sometimes.
if you fail a class, ingenuity helps you maybe to replace that grade for graduation, but that grade from ingenuity doesn't count towards NCAA eligibility. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. You have to go to Florida Virtual School in order to replace that grade. So it's important that you talk to the right people and know what you need in order for you to, pursue these dreams that you have.
Dream, or they become a nightmare. What Meek Mill say, dreams and nightmares.
What? And you
So
can't wait till the last minute. You can't wait till your senior year trying to recover freshman, sophomore, junior year. It don't work like that.
don't work like that. So I just wanted to ask that because I know sometimes I get lost in translation and transition. So coaching question, coach, to UNPG. If a coach is constantly yelling at the refs, going at the refs, hard at the refs, is that somehow could that be seen as lack of faith and trust in his or her team? I saw a quote that I think Don Staley said it. coaches that are yelling at refs and putting all their energy in the refs really is a sign of their lack of faith and trust in their own squad.
PG, you heard that?
Uh, say the second part of it again. Is that lacking faith in the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, a coach that's
Ah,
consistently yelling and screaming at the refs is that's the way she said it. She's like a coach that's consistently yelling and screaming at the refs is a sign of lack of faith and trust in their
I
team.
disagree. I disagree because I saw Coach Gibbons cussing referees out, and then going to have a couple drinks with him afterwards. And he had all the confidence in the world in us. You know what I'm saying? We was only ranked in the top 10 every year, so in the country. So I disagree with that. Yelling and whining is two different things. Now they whining, then that's something different. But yelling is a totally different thing.
Okay, go
So
ahead,
I don't
coach.
agree. I don't agree with it.
I see you leaning back and forth and
I
trying to.
mean, what PG just said, yelling and whining is two different things. And I think we gotta separate the two. It's a coach's job to protect his players. It's a coach's job to hold refs accountable of knowing the rules and making sure that they enforce the rules. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't take away from the game itself. Like you're not gonna get every call. Whining, yelling, cussing is not gonna persuade them either way. You know what I'm saying? My thing is state your point, get back to coaching your team. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't control that. I just think sometimes we overemphasize um, things with referees and whatever, but we need to teach our kids we can't control that. What we can control is how we play. You know what I'm saying? And we can't control our effort on the court. I used to teach my kids not to worry about it. Um, just be concerned about what you can control and let me, fight for them in the way that I can. My thing was my coaching style and whatever. I didn't want to embarrass them, my kids, but I also didn't want to embarrass the rest by yelling, cussing, and trying to show them up because that can't be good for you, in the end. You know what I'm saying? If it's a questionable call, you might not get that call. So I think it's a way to address people. There's still got to be a respect factor there. And but also at the same time, those people are human. We are human. We make mistakes. But I think where refs get in trouble is that they won't acknowledge when they messed up or when they're wrong. And coaches don't let that go. You know what I'm saying? Like me, on the other hand, hey coach, I missed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you right, I missed it. I'll make sure I be better next time. And a lot of referees just have that arrogance and that stuff, and it just become a pissing match, coach. And it should be about the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why whining. When they start whining, it affect the players too, because now they're a bunch of crybabies.
Nah, they're a bunch of crybabies. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is they'll want a hand check, but don't want to get hand check. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's crazy.
So y'all both say y'all disagree. Essentially,
Disagree.
okay, okay,
I mean, my coach was a legend, bro. And I'm
true.
telling you,
That's
like
facts.
we watched him yell and and snap on refs and not get technicals. So that's the thing. Like he had those type of relationships where he can get on them and he wasn't getting technicals called on him, bro. And then you
But
got guys that whine and complain, and then they just the refs just over it. They getting
yeah,
teed
but
up. The players are out of control.
G held y'all accountable. Y'all, he didn't make excuses for y'all. He
No,
expected
not at all.
he expected maximum effort every time you got on the court, and he expected that from the referees also.
So to that point, to PG point about G, Coach Gibbons, and him getting leeway with the refs. You know a theme, coach, and you can speak on it from a coach or not admin, a referee if you choose to or not to. There are some coaches that feel that some coaches get that leeway and others don't. So some coaches feel like they're doing the same thing as as some coaches in the county, and they don't get the
They're not.
referees will deal with them differently than them. So
No,
speak
they're
to that.
not, bro. They're
Okay,
not. The guy they complain about saying they're getting it has relationship with the coach with the referees, bro. So it's a little bigger than just basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta build a relationship with these guys. These guys referee you 25 games in a year. You gotta have relationships with these guys, man. You can't just become a hole during the season and then you ain't speaking to these guys and you talking bad on them. They got the same energy too. They human.
They're human, and that's the thing. PG, like you said, relationships is important. Respect is important. Coaches all the way is all about how you do it too. You know what I'm saying? We can disagree. We can see things differently. Like I said, we human. You know what I'm saying? We can disagree, but don't be disrespectful, coach. Like I said, you can't show me up in front of everybody. And like me being a coach, I probably have a higher tolerance for coaches than most referees because I am a coach myself. You know what I'm saying? I can understand you being frustrated, coach. You know what I'm saying? We'll try to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like I probably take a lot more than the average ref. Like I said, because I'm a coach myself. But it's gonna differ from person to person, from crew to crew. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. Just like coaches talk, referees talk too, coach. You know what I'm saying? And some people have that reputation where people don't even want to do their games. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we get three scratches, and I'm gonna use my three scratches every year. It's just certain people not gonna come in and do my job and do my games. It's nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't like them as a person, but when you come in referee, there's a conflict of interest. You're not gonna come in here and do this game. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, referees talk just like coaches talk. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, so you got to watch how you treat people. I'm not saying that it's right, but you got to watch how you treat people.
because that's a theme, that is not always equitable, and I know all of us have heard it, all of us have read it, and so just want to kind of speak on that aspect of it too.
Mhm.
Um,
And they and referees click together just like coaches click together, coach. You know what I'm saying? Like just say you for instance is somebody talking about you like coach, I'm gonna correct them. I'm a I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. Like, hey man, you're not finna talk about boys like that. You're not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? And just from a referee standpoint, they're gonna protect their own. Just like a coach and protecting their players.
rightfully so. Rightfully so. Okay. Okay. So, question: As you know, the season about to start, school year about to start. Some people have just finished up their high school career. Some people, everybody's moving in that direction. So, what is the definition of a successful high school career? I know it's a very broad question, but if they're not saying that if it's not saying it's a failure, but what would be the no? Because if you did it, you're successful. You wouldn't try to do something, So I'm not saying it's a negative part to the question. Just in order, everybody got their own definition of success, right? And as it relates to different subjects and topics. But as it relates to a high school career, what would you guys say would be the definition of a successful high school career? If you had to give if you had to give a viewpoint of that, if you had to, if you got, the high school kids looking at this, um, and not saying that this is the gospel, but just from your viewpoint, you can talk on your high school career if you want, or just how you look at it now. But what would you say would be the definition of a successful high school career?
As an athlete.
WES.
Who?
WES. Winning, earning, and succeeding.
Okay. Okay. Winning, WES. That's
Mm-hmm.
so winning, earning, and succeeding. So
Yep.
winning games, earning a scholarship, and what's the succeeding? Succeeding as far as your team goes
Team and awards.
and
Because you
award.
got goals. Because you got goals. So
And just
Do,
to
do
piggyback,
players set goals? This is, I guess, part two. Do players set goals to be able to define if they were successful or not? Do you think players nowadays? I know you all did, and then and now, but do you think players even set goals? I just want to hoop.
I
nah.
think I think the common goal is to get a Division I scholarship. That's the mindset of any kid coming in to play ball. Um,
But I bet you 90% of them don't even write that down. They only
yeah,
they only have that goals where they're looking at it every day.
yeah, I agree. They don't write it down.
Well, that a goal if you didn't write it down. Everybody want to go D1, right? Like PG just said.
Yeah, it's not a goal if you don't. To me, it's not a goal if you don't write it down because you got. I think in any goal you got to go back and look at them to see where you at, and then you got to have somebody like okay, like for example, coaching. When you set those type of goals, the coach is gonna respond to what it takes to get those to
Exactly.
achieve those goals. So you got to write them down. To me, you have to write them down unless you just that smart. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, personally, you get hit with what do you want to do? What do you want to be when you're talented? What do you want to do with yourself in the next 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, whatever you got left? When you hit that potential, and the coach sees the potential in you, and then you say you want to be this professional basketball player, Division I basketball player. Here's what it takes. It's bigger than basketball. It's the stuff y'all talked about earlier when I jumped on. Classroom goals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's another way you succeed because the sport probably help you improve in being eligible. So it's a lot of ways to break it down. With coach is gonna tell you, well, you're not doing good in the classroom, so you gotta do better in the classroom if you want to go to college. You got to put in more time shooting jumpers and putting in if you want to break these records. You got to learn the game more. So it's stuff you should be jotting down if it's a goal.
Facts. And just picking it back and off what PG just said earlier about what does that success look like? What does a successful high school career? First of all, graduation. That should be your number one goal
Yep.
is going there and graduating. The next thing is, especially if you're an athlete, learning these life lessons that sports teach you, how to work with other people, how to build a work ethic in order to be the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And learning how to deal with failure, coach. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to deal with failure because you're gonna fail, but how are you gonna respond to that? You can't do nothing PG said without doing these things. You know what I'm saying? And in the end, if you do these things, the goals that you set, you're gonna achieve them. It might not be at the level that everybody wants. Okay, you don't go D1, but maybe you go D2. Maybe you go NAIA. You know what I'm saying? It's something. You said you want to be a college athlete. There it is. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is you're preparing yourself for those opportunities after high school. You know what I'm saying? Because now mom and them not gonna be there with you to wake you up in the morning to go to class. And we all know how them 8 o'clock classes are in college, boy. We all know how they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna go there? Are you gonna do your work? Are you gonna be on time? After a certain time, they lock the door, coach. You can't even get in. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Rightfully so.
These the lessons that you learn in high school is preparing you to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? So that's what success is to me is that you graduate, that you use sports to learn the lessons that you need in order to be a successful adult. And you gotta create that work ethic then. It's easier to create it as a child than becoming a grown person then starting from zero. You know what I'm saying? So that's what parents are trying to do. They're trying to establish a work ethic in you. So therefore, when I'm not there to encourage you or bother you all the time about doing certain things that is already instilled in you. That's what parents do. That's what coaches are doing. So when you go to the next level, what I'm saying, your college coach don't have to tell you to come in and work out. Your college coach don't have to tell you, like, you're supposed to be in the study hall, or that assignment was due. You know what I'm saying? So we got to instill in these kids, so when they leave from up under us, they're prepared.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this is a question that I was looking. I was yesterday. Lakeland. Polk, they had picture day, and most teams having picture day for football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because football is about to start. And I know they had some games at Winter Haven scrimmage with Lake Gibson and Lake Region, I think.
That's new.
That's new to Polk County. I know they do it in Hillsborough County a lot, but I didn't know they were doing it in Polk County as much. I didn't even know it was.
I didn't know you could.
I didn't know it was allowed, Coach. I didn't know it was legal to do it. Honestly, I'm happy. I'm very happy to see us doing it because I know they've done it in Hillsborough County. I know when CJ played over there, they used to do it. So Hillsborough County been doing it forever. So I'm happy that they're doing it. So this is my questions as I'm looking at football. And football about to start up, and we are widely known as a football county, right? We're widely known as a football state, essentially, right? Do y'all think that, and we have a lot of kids each year that going on O'Shea, shout out to dope profile pic. Do you think that, man, dude, I know you're trying to move on, but what about that Lake Wells, Lakeland sudden death, man? First time we had sudden death in the tournament, man, was that was crazy. That was instant classic, man. That was like one of the man. I'm sorry, that picture just kind of took me back for a minute. So, quick flashback. But I know PG was behind me, like, man, what we doing? So you mean to tell me they gonna win? They got to win on the free throw? That ain't right. I said, no, bro, they can't win on the free throw. Oh, okay, man, it's great. It's great. And so anyway, and both teams had 3-4 shots at it.
5.
Finally, I know. Lake Wells had like 2 or 3. Lakeland had 2 or 3. Finally shaking. And it's crazy when they went to the timeout. Rod Bogan was live, and he was, and Rod is a big social media guy. He played with Lake Gibson, and when they was coming out, when they came out the timeout, Shake like looked into his camera, and Shake was like, "I'm finna game it." Or something he said, man, I'm about to game it, whatever they say nowadays. I try to keep up, but and then the little SpongeBob thing. We said a few minutes later he put the SpongeBob thing in there, and he showed he hit the shot. But it was just crazy how that happened, man. And yeah, O'Shea, y'all let him off the hook, bro. Like real deal, let him off the hook. I know that's gonna sit with y'all. That's gonna sit with y'all for a minute. I know
whoever won that game was gonna win it.
Who's gonna win it?
Because you got to use so much legs to get back in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what PG was saying. PG was like, man, you don't want to lose on Sunday, boy. You lose on Sunday, that's like the kiss of death. You want to have that out the way Friday because that's tough. Lake Region had to do it last year. Remember, Lake Region had to keep battling back once they lost, and it happened to Lake Wells this year. And I know
don't get blocked because you will get blocked.
Big bro, what's going on with it? But I mean, that game was so crazy, man. It was just like that. You didn't, and I know somebody on one of the posts was saying something about Lake Wells, and they were like, they always thought about Kathleen and Quentin was kind of saying, yeah, we done from 08, 06 to 20, we had some really good basketball players Lakeland. People just don't know it because of football. Because the dude was saying, Kathleen has always been known for basketball in Lakeland. They didn't know Lakeland really hoop like that.
But they tend to say that from team success. You know what I'm saying? So Lakeland team success compared to those schools that you name is not on an equal playing field. You know what I'm saying? Lakeland had some good years. Let's not take away what you and Coach Collins did over there. Y'all had some good years, but compared to those other programs, it was more consistent and better with those other programs. But yes, you are right. Lakeland did have good players, and it probably did get overshadowed. But
this is the point I'm making, Coach. So from a Lakeland, football, Lakeland got multiple big time Power Five
Mhm.
guys, right? They got the
Yes, sir.
Morris kid, big time prospect, just committed to Florida. Lake Wells got what 4 5 people that done committed. Armandale got so it's a ton of talent in football in the county. Always is. Do you think that that has kind of I don't know made it delusional? Has that kind of seeped over to basketball where we got kids feeling like they're on that level in basketball? Because like you were saying, they should be concerned with just being a college athlete, D1, D2, D3, NIA, just being a college athlete. Even PG was like, they want to go D1. That's it. But the reality is, I don't know if we have D1 level, Power Five level, and this may, not trying to hurt no feelings. We're just trying to keep it above talent, right? Like some of the talent that we had that we figured might have been D1 level is leaving. We got some kids, right? Some kids that are at that level, but we don't have as many in basketball as we do in football. But that's what these kids come in expecting. It's like they don't even consider there's a D2 option, there's a D3 option. So do you
Hmm.
think that how football is, and them they friends, them they homeboys, they grew up together, they hang out together. They might have played little league ball and got to high school side, they didn't want to play no more. Do you think that the football level somehow or another kind of distorts the basketball reality for some of these kids? Because if my homeboy going to Florida, I should be able to go to Florida for basketball. No, your homeboy in football is different. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm trying to say, but
But it's a numbers thing too. Like
right,
how many people are on the basketball team? 15 maybe. You know what I'm saying? How many people are on um a D1 football roster? I think it's 115 now because they just reduced it. 115, 120. So it's more opportunity in football.
right,
Also, when it comes to basketball, I don't think we have the measurables consistently as we do in football. Like we have football athletes, they look the part, coach. You know what I'm saying? They not only do they play the part, they look the part too. You know what I'm saying? Like the Morris kid a freak of nature physically too.
yes,
You know what I'm saying? The Purdy kid at Lake Wells is a freak of nature physically. You know, he looks the part too. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
When we start looking at D1 in basketball, you gotta, it favors those that has those tangibles. Like the three that just left. You know what I'm saying? Knox, what, 6'5", 6'6",
Mm-hmm.
possibly. You know what I'm saying? Silky smooth, you know, athlete, he can jump, he can shoot it. He has more of a chance than somebody that's 6'1", playing the same position. You know what I'm saying? We know Quentin, what he brings. And Willis, that kid 6'7", coach. You know, he's skilled with those. We don't Our other kids, they're good, but a lot of people don't want a 6 foot wing, coach. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking for that. But you may be able to do that at the D2 or NAIA level, or you may blow that up so well that somebody may take a chance of you, later on down the line. But we don't have the kids looking the part as much as we do for football, is what I'm saying.
But but do you think that the kids, whether they got the measurables or not, whether it makes sense or not, that's their reality. That is D1, or is that it ain't is dead, as you say, dead, as O'Shea saying is dead. Um,
Unfortunately, coach, man, like, but who created that narrative? Like, come on, man. Like, who created that narrative? But my dad told me, like, boy, I don't care where you go. You know what I'm saying? If it's for free, it's for you. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
Like
man.
I played D1 football. It was FCS. We was 1 AA. You know what I'm saying? It's still Division 1 football, but I went to school for free.
went to school for
You know what I'm
free.
saying? So you're gonna look down at me because I didn't go to the SEC or something like that? Man, I don't really care if you look down on me. I just know I went to school for free. You know what I'm saying? My dad told me I couldn't come home. So
Man, CJ loved the Florida Gators growing up. Loved them. Loved them. He got in high school, 8th grade high school. You know, as I'm learning how stuff go. No matter how good you are, and for some people, and I learned it. I got a lot of it from T. Gray, from Torian Gray, who I went to high school to play with. Torian was coaching, and he was just like he was coaching at Virginia Tech at the time, and he was like, the reality is, no matter how good you is, some of these people, if you're not at least 6 foot as a DB, they're not going to even look at you. I don't care how much production. I remember St. Thomas Aquinas, the year they had put all 40 DBs went to like Power Five, and I think that was CJ 11th grade year. CJ had more tackles than the whole secondary combined by himself. But what I had to tell him is, look, see, it's a good chance. You got to sit down and have a conversation. It ain't got nothing to do with your production and your ability. You're not, that you're not good enough. It's just that you can't help what you're not. You're not 6 foot. You can't help that, right? But more people play football. Florida ain't the only people play football. Florida, and once he kind of got that coach, he was fine. He ended up going to West Point, and he ended up at Duquesne. Like you said, my bill was zero. Thank God. He played D1 ball. But his measurables didn't line up. But his mindset had to be that, okay, they still playing football a lot of places, and they still playing high level football a lot of places. And everybody can't go to Florida. Everybody can't go to Georgia. Everybody can't go to Ohio State. And so I just think it seems to me like, because you never hear kids talking about just going to hoop at any school. It's always D1 in our accounting. And yes, the reality is, like you're saying, that's just not going to happen. So how do we get them to get a reality check? I don't know how to say it. I might be saying it wrong, but we gotta. And I just don't know if it's like, because my homeboy is going to Florida, so I think I'm gonna go to Florida for basketball. No, that ain't even logical. But I think a lot of kids think that way, Coach. I could be wrong.
because when you don't have the measurables, you got to be special. So what do you do? What do you bring to the table that coach wants? You know what I'm saying? For example, the Livingston kid from this past year, he don't have the measurables, right? He didn't have the measurables. He's a small kid. You know what I'm saying? He's still fairly short. You know what I'm saying, for that position. But coach, he was a dog and could put the ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? Against any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? So he separated himself by doing that. Coach Russell Wilson, little baby. Coach, he didn't have the measurables, but you noticed him on the court. He made a difference on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be special when you don't have those measurables. You know what I'm saying? Like my kid, Quinn Sanders. You know what I'm saying? She don't particularly shoot the ball very well, but you notice her on the court because she's a dog defensively. You know what I'm saying? She's probably the best athlete in the state. She's fast, she's quick, she changes the game, she impacts the game. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be special when you don't have those measurables. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to separate. What's gonna separate you from me, coach? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at a coach, y'all about the same. What's gonna separate you? What do you do special that's gonna separate you?
Exactly. PG, I don't know if you can hear us. You agree, disagree that some of these kids kind of think D1 in basketball because of what's going on, and so on the football side with their homeboys and their friends? I don't know if you're on or not. Might not be on.
I don't know. And then when you start looking at these smaller D1s now, coach, most of them are only taking transfer portal, coach. A lot of them is not taking high school kids. They taking their chances in the portal.
Hey, what was the question again, boys? I heard you say I wasn't on. I had y'all on mute.
Oh, okay. I said, I don't know if you heard the original question I said. I don't want to get your thoughts on it about you know how big football is in Polk County, how so many kids going Power Five and going to, major college football. Do you think that on the basketball side, because that's your homeboy, that's your road dog, and he doing it? Do you think that some of these kids, because like you said, the kids talking about going to just be a D1 athlete, like they don't even consider D2, D3 NAIA? Do you think that we've delusionized ourselves? I know that's not a word, but we've fooled ourselves into thinking on the basketball side that because of how these kids are getting these offers and going on the football side, that it somehow is going to seep over the basketball.
No, I don't. I don't think that. I just think these kids just not even talking college, just think they're better than what they really are. Um, just as a player, you know what I'm saying? That's why you got so many that move around. But I don't think that they expect, since they friends are getting D1 in football, that they should be getting into basketball. I mean, the reality of that stuff is, we talk about it all the time, bro. You can't average 7 to 10 points on a mediocre high school team and expect to be a Division 1 player. Just ain't gonna happen. You can't be undersized doing that, you know. So
And like Kobe Smith say though, coach, they're not trying to. That's a sad thing, and you're right, coach. They not trying to hear it though. Like, and when you say it, and we say it all the time, it's certain stuff that we can't say and we don't say on the show, because if we do, or we don't put it on the page, because if we do, we see it's like we hating. When did giving it, telling you the truth from a perspective of experience, and like you say, we all talk to college coaches, we all talk to high school coaches, whether we on the phone, whether we on inboxes, and these coaches are saying this is what I'm looking for, and y'all don't know how much people ask us, and we send stuff out, and can you just give us some feedback? And most times we'll give it to your coach, and your coach can decide what they want to do with it. But this what these people saying. This ain't us three saying it. Like, this is what off experience. Like PG said, what go, and if you don't, just go look at bios. I mean, we had this call. PG, I don't know if you remember this one time. We was on Fifth Street under the at the house. Me, he, and all us, Bird, all us, and PG a big Carolina fan. A couple of the guys, and they Carolina. That's one of the years that year Carolina wasn't really doing that good, and they was talking trash about. I think it was this big white kid. He like 6'11", and it was like he playing me sorry or whatever. And I'm like, man, you understand that's Carolina. Everybody on that roster is the best where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether that translates to college or not, so go look up his route. Go look up his stats or his resume from high school. So you look it up. He was 28 and 15 in high school. You think Carolina just went and gonna pick a cat that's 10 points and 2 points in high school? No, them people was killing people. It's just now whether it translates to college or not, that's different. But like PG saying, you giving 10-7 or 10-5, and you saying that's all you looking at. Like, we got to figure out a way that they get it, because we trying to help, and it's just not realistic. So while you sitting there waiting on Florida, you got all these other people that may take a chance on you that you like, nah, I'm better than that, I'm bigger than that, and then you end up with nothing. So I don't know how we bridge that gap, how we break that mirage, because it's a false thought process, but a lot of people got it.
I
A lot
don't
of
think
kids,
our kids think like that no more,
you
because
know.
over the 5 years that we've been here, it ain't been but so many that's proved that they're at that level. So I don't. I mean, I personally don't think these kids. I think now. So we got our kids now hoping just to get in college. Even the kids that ain't good are having a struggle to get into college, bro.
It may be
That's right.
changed because of the portal. That may be that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
And social
Yeah,
media
I
too.
think the reality is what they is woken a lot of them up, bro. They friends who were playing basketball that are older than them ain't even getting in school. I mean, you look at the percentage of the kids that we've sent to school over the last 5 6 years. Who was our first senior class?
Um, History lesson. Was that the Eric Brown. It wasn't Walt, was it? Walt was
No,
No, I think Walt was
Walt was in
on
11th grade,
second.
so it was Eric Brown, Sebring, that class.
Ray, it was it that crew
Ray,
there. Ray, Joe, and all those kids.
mhm.
Santa Fe had.
was it them? And then what the boy that was at Jenkins and transferred? No, he come out and went in Auburn to Diego? Was it that
Yeah.
class?
No, I think it was the year before that with Luke. Then I think Luke was our first class,
So it was Luke. Okay,
like 19, wasn't it?
yeah, we started 19, so it would have been 19. Would have been it. Yeah.
But it's
So
a bunch of them, and then a lot of them, bro, they didn't fan out where they were. They had to take alternative routes.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So you look at the amount of kids. We looking at what the max we probably had is 8 kids, 10 at the most. I'm probably pushing it, saying 10 kids in one class went to college for basketball, right?
yeah, and we was gonna have a epic 28 class, but that's done been decimated. So we
Yeah,
back to
I
the
mean
drawing.
last year's class was pretty good. With what we had last year's with Isaac, JP, and LJ.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
Okay, keep that. And that Sessoms was part of
so
that class, right?
that was part of that class.
That's four.
that's probably our best class, right?
That's four.
It's one of.
Who the other six?
I don't think it's that many to 'em. Not well. It's been others that went
LJ would
lower
be
level.
LJ. You talking about since we've been on, right?
No, I'm saying about each class, just the
Oh,
lot.
oh no,
Last year's class.
it was just 4 for 20 for last year for 24. Well, no, that wasn't they weren't 24. They was 24, right? Yeah, because they was in school. This 24, 25. So yeah,
Hmm.
How many this year? Tate,
Tate and
Boswell.
Tate Boswell and
Livingston.
Livingston. So that's 3.
No, you got the kid going to Polk State too.
Eric.
Daily, it's
Eric,
2
yeah,
going
Daily.
daily. It's the boy Nixon at South Georgia Tech.
That's 5.
Discovery. Um,
Didn't Axel just get something?
Axel just got the Beacon College. Yeah, I saw where a couple kids went. Now we just including we're not including JUCO, right?
They play basketball, but
Yeah.
just
So,
look, you do that math. Like, how many kids we got in Polk County
so if
playing
that's the case,
basketball in the season?
then yeah, we got because it's a couple. I know Lake Wells had. I mean, not Lake Wells. Lake Wells had one, but Discovery had not Discovery. Davenport had 2.
Yeah.
Uh, Ellison Richards going to JUCO.
The kid from Lake Wells is going. The Morris kid.
Yeah, so more so 3 of them going. I think we got 10 this year if you count JUCO that's going for basketball. I'm pretty sure that we got 10 this year, and
Yeah.
that's probably a record, right?
Because Shakai at Davenport got something too.
Yeah, I would say Shakai and the Ellis kid, right? Not
Yeah.
Ellis. What his name? Ellis? No, what his
Yeah.
name was?
That was the kid from the year before, LaQuay.
Yeah. LaQuay, yeah.
So you
But
probably have 10 total. You know what I'm saying? Which is good. You know what I'm saying? We just got to find a way to increase it. Like I say, if you're playing somewhere, it doesn't matter where it is.
right, that ain't it. I think I'm good with 10. I think we get 10.
All them
So
scholarships, right?
Now, that's the thing that we don't talk about because they're
Yeah,
not going to mention whether it's a scholarship.
yeah, they ain't scholarship. Yeah, it's
They'll just say that they're committed. They'll say that they're committed and that they're going somewhere to play football. I mean, basketball or whatever. But they're not going to tell us if they're paying or
right,
not.
right.
yeah. Then they got a $50,000 loan.
So as if they go in and they getting the people paying them to come play. That's the caveat.
Yeah.
So when we
But y'all
know,
named a lot of kids, man. That I ain't seen the stats to say college basketball. That's what I was saying.
But you know what, though? I'm going to tell you where we have an advantage. Because a lot of those have to go out of state, especially to the Midwest states, right? They want athletes. We have athletes down here, you know what I'm saying, that can run, jump, you know what I'm saying, can shoot the ball a little bit. But that athleticism is what people want to come down here and get because they don't have it in those particular places. Because I know in the recent past we don't had kids go to Utah. Like Sebastian went out to Utah or somewhere, South Dakota, North Dakota, because they need athletes.
Yeah, I saw somebody. I can't think of his name. It's one guy that was really self promoting himself. Can't think of the kid name. He got us something from out west too. It was like a school that we hadn't heard about. So they giving up like, man, they helping us to learn about, that they really got. If they'll find, if you can hoop, if they looking for you, they'll find you. Because there's plenty of schools that you don't hear about. PG, you can't see this, but Coach K, shout out to Coach K, man. Coach K would say, bring back Carolina Christian. Everybody go. Man,
But y'all
y'all ran Carolina Christian off, man. My boy had everybody locked in.
tough.
So Coach, last thing, man, before we jump off, man, we just finished the epic event with the alumni tournament. So we in September we tried the alumni tournament, and man, the rest is history, right? So
Yes, sir.
we gonna try something again, right? So kind of let the folks know if they kind of been on the rock or they ain't really kind of been paying attention what we're gonna try next. And since you are the point person and the guru on all this stuff, so give them a
All right, no problem. Well, first of all, I want to say this is a Polk Hoops event. You know what I'm saying? This is ours. And we've been approached and people have been suggesting that we give a coaching clinic for a couple years now. We tried to get it off the ground last year, it didn't happen. So this year we kind of pre-planned early. We had picked the weekend a long time ago, and we talked to other coaches that was in the area and make sure that we didn't conflict with what they had going on. And so what we want to do, and I'm always in here, coach say I'm tough on coaches.
you are.
So I need to do what I need to do to help improve coaches. And the way that I improve was going to coaching clinics. So what we want to do is give an opportunity for coaches not only in Polk, around the state. If anybody that wants to come, whether you in little league doing rec ball all the way up to high school or even college, if you want to come and attend, you are welcome to attend. You know what I'm saying? What we want to do is bring successful coaches, have them pour into anyone that wants to learn. We're going to talk about things from like transition to offensive, certain types of offense, championship drills, culture, things of that nature. So what we're going to do is help filter out knowledge from successful coaches to anybody that wants to attend. Um, just to who we have committed already. We got Coach Darner, D2 national championship coach. He's locked in. We have Coach Jesse over at University of Tampa. I think he's won like 5, 6 conference championships in a row. And I know he had a couple player of the years in his conference. Um, you know what I'm saying? We have some other people that are locked in also. I'm trying to finalize that list right now, but you're gonna get, some of the best coaches in the area pouring into our whoever wants to attend. I've been threatened that I can't do it. They say I can't give up my knowledge yet, but it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to do is make sure that we get a platform for our coaches to improve. And then, coach, after that, coach, we're gonna have some of the best high school teams in the state, facing up against each other, and for an opportunity for the county to see these teams and for those programs to get better.
Okay. So any questions, comments, we put if you want to sign up, if the link is on the page, we'll post it again. But once again, just a way to try to give back. Once again, we got coaches coming in at the college level, and
And it's
we
men and women's coaches. It's from both sides.
both sides, and just if you can just take one thing from it, and shout out to once again Coach Blicker opening this gym up. Say what you want to say about Coach Blicker, but if it's basketball related, he around it or so you got Coach Blicker who gonna let us come in this gym for the coaching clinic. Coach McGriff let us come in this gym for the alumni. But
We got quality teams, Coach. We got 3 teams that was in the state championship last year. We have another team that was in the Final Four. You know what I'm saying? So we got quality teams. Matter of fact, we have 4 teams that was in the state championship last year. Victory, Santa Fe, Gibbs, and the Villages. All were state runner-ups from a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Leesburg was a state Final Four. You know what I'm saying? Arbondale, regional semi team. So it's gonna be great competition. So if you're just a fan, the coaching clinic is not for you. But you can come and watch those games afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some real good basketball afterwards.
A great day of basketball at Santa Fe High School in Lakeland, teaching and learning, and then watching the future. Go out there and get some good work in. So if you're a fan, or if you're a coach, or if you both, then that could be a day for you. And what's the date again, Coach? For
it is September 6th. We're gonna start at 8 o'clock. The games will start at noon. We'll be updating the site for people that want to just attend the games also. So,
all right, Coach PG, anything you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I think that's all we got for tonight, man. We just want again, as school gets ready to start next week, as we just finished the alumni tournament, man. Once again, we just really, 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 man, major shout out to everybody who came, who watched the game. If you watched it live, if you commented on a post, if you made a post, anybody who participated in it to make it the amazing experience that it was. It's to the point now where it's not even a tournament. It's an experience. It's a reunion, which is what we said, because what's a family reunion? When people come and hang out, right? The best. You got T-shirts and you talk about what it is. You catch up with what's going on with people and you reconnect. And the alumni tournament did all of that. So, and it wasn't just you came and hung out with Kathleen people. You may have came from Kathleen and saw somebody from Lake Wells that you used to hoop with or that you knew, and you reconnect. Man, what's going on, man? I ain't seen y'all. And that's what I saw, because that's what the thing was for me. Like, it wasn't just people clicked up with just their team.
No.
You see a picture. It's 5 different teams, and that was what was great for me. And everybody just showed so much love to each other, man. And it's an experience, and we already say we're the number one source for high school basketball in Florida. Now we're doing something that nobody does in the state. Nobody does an alumni tournament where specifically for their county, and the impact and folks talking, not just in Polk County. It's way past our county lines. The feedback and the love, and shout out to Usa Scootsy, man, for coming over too from Orlando. Pat Nitz, man. So we busting past our county lines and everything else, Coach. So just thank y'all again, man. I don't know if y'all got anything else y'all want to say before we tap out. Sign off, but just wanted to make sure and let y'all know we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all the real MVPs. And once again, congrats to the Lakeland Dreadnoughts winning the men's side, and the State Junkies from Winter Haven. They was mad all, so I guess they was mad all year, and they came in with a purpose this year from losing last year.
Coach, they had jerseys. It's people that had jerseys.
They got uniforms, man.
Fresh as hell.
So now Lake Wells. And it was so funny. I was when Lakeland had won. I was at the table, Coach, and you didn't hear. You was gone, and you was taking care of the rest or whatnot. And somebody walked behind me, and I heard them, and because they said it about 2 or 3 times. I guess y'all gonna have to put some different people on them flyers now. Y'all gonna have to put some different teams, put some different people on them flyers now that since Lake Wells, because the big thing was, Lake Wells came in. They came right to the table. Hey, man, when do we win? Now, we hadn't even played the first game yet. When we win, we got to rename this the Lake Wells Invitational. We got to move this to Lake Wells because we're going to win the boys and the girls. I was like, well, hey, if y'all win it, then we got to have a conversation, But, all right, you remember that. Hey, I remember it. I ain't saying yes or no, but we definitely got to have a conversation if y'all win it. So now they have lost. It's like Clubber Lane. I mean, not Clubber Lane. Yvonne Drago when he got cut. So Lake Wilson got cut now. So figure they'll be on a mission this time next year, which only helps the tournament. Only helps to grow it. That now somebody else has won. I don't think nobody picked Lakeland in there. If you did a bracket, I don't think nobody had Lakeland in their bracket. But after that first game when Lakeland went out there, after about 5 minutes, we were sitting there at the table like, hold on now. I know at least I was like, hold on, this ain't the same Lakeland. So you felt like this could. I don't know if we felt like they could win it on Friday night, but we definitely like this is different.
But I feel that about most of the teams because everybody kind of upgraded.
Everybody.
So everybody, it's an arms race. You know what I'm saying? So
man, Lake Gibson ain't upgrade. Frostproof Fort Meade want to upgrade.
Frostproof wasn't bad.
Frostproof wasn't bad.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one it was. That's why I named both of them. One of them was 100% garbage.
Didn't it?
What you said? One of them was what? PG.
100% garbage. The other one was pretty good. I want to say it was Frostproof that was with the white and red.
Yeah, Frostproof was
okay. So it was Fort Meade then.
Yeah, Fort Meade it could have been a little better for Fort Meade. Could have been a little better for Fort Meade. And Tenor Rock,
Tenor Rock beat them. Who Tenor Rock beat by 20?
Fort Meade.
Okay, that was the sausage. That was Sausage City.
Bo Pete and Sean. I mean, both fam. Macedonia stand up, Primitive Baptist. Usher Board number 4. Man, if we play, just to keep it above, if they got that playing, what the thing is when you had the little ball and you do the little jacks. The kids used to play. You try to throw the ball and pick it up. The Jacks, they playing Jacks, man. Y'all going for Lakeland. So I mean, y'all call it Lakeland before the tournament. That I don't know. We give y'all all the credit. Y'all gonna call them. Y'all gonna call them if we out there waving flags and Lakeland waving the flag. Y'all gonna it's the flag. Man, I saw the other night, man, on ESPN. I was so disappointed. Friday night after the football game I went to, they got a sport called pillow fighting.
I saw that.
They pillow fighting, coach.
I saw
and shout out to Brandon Pickett. Brandon Pickett. Y'all know she's the biggest Lakeland fan in history. And for y'all that don't know, she is also Shake Mama. She made sure to say next time y'all do a ranking, when y'all re-rank, make sure y'all get it right. Cause Coach, did you hear the story about why Shake had on number 77? Coach, you may not have heard the story.
No.
I think it was funny. So, and I'll say it before we jump off. So he had number 77 on because when we did the rankings, how long ago we did the rankings, Coach? About 5 years ago when we did the 100-year players rankings.
He was 77.
He was 77. So he wrote it 77 because we ranked him 77, Coach.
It sounds like we inspired him then.
Clearly we did because he came in there like a daggone assassin. Like,
Cuz said we tried him.
Yeah, we tried him, Coach. We gave him 77, so that's what he put on the jersey. So shout out to Shake, man, for calling us on and Brandon, Mama.
I love it.
Getting us together. So next time we do one, we definitely he got that one honest, Brandon. I know where that came from. He got that one totally honest. So hey, what can you say? Shout out. He went in there and that's what he did. That was the motivation. So when we do another ranking, which is about time to do another 100, I know the guys don't like the 100, but I know that you got to do it. So it's
he was top 5 this past weekend.
Yeah, we do it.
Well, what are we ranking though? We ranking high school career or
well, the magazine comments are out. We may put it in the magazine. The top 100, and so that'll be.
What you do that for?
But so we're gonna try to do 100 players for the now, and probably try to do 100 players from a little while back. So, but that's in the works. But I know that the guys, right now
No, like I
that's what
said,
we're
I
talking
love
about.
that. Shay, yeah,
Yeah,
call us out. We was wrong. It's okay. It's all love for sure.
yeah, yeah. So we
'Cause I
gonna
enjoy I enjoy watching you play. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I thoroughly enjoy watching you play.
I know I saw him when we was warming up. I'm like, bro, what you done got tall? Like you about 6'7" now. He laughed at my no, coach. I'm just 6'5". I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I done got shorter and he's still in still in great shape. Like
In great shape.
a lot of them guys came in there. That was the other thing, coach. A lot of them guys ain't come in there like sloppy. They was in like good shape. Like they still hooping. That was so shout out to not just Lakeland Shake, but all the guys that came in and
Can
took.
Lakeland repeat?
Quit say he didn't sign some people that he supposed to sign, so he already it's an arms race. Like Coach said, can they repeat? That's the reframe. Um, so that's a great question. I mean, I know at least one team feel like it was a fluke.
My thing is the competition is great for the tournament. Like I said, those games on Sunday was competitive and people going at it. So that's what we need. We need people to come in there and compete.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So until somebody say different, Lakeland are the champs, and based off what they put out there, and I think the thing I was impressed with was how well they like played together. You know what I'm saying? Like they really, because that's the thing that we said that Lake Wells is prided on how well they play together as a team. And I will say, and Coach, you may feel different. I feel like Lakeland came out and they got like a good 8. They had a great rotation, and they played. I don't think nobody didn't give them good. They got good minutes from those top 8 that they had. But I thought Lake Wells was different than they had been. Like the stuff that they had done with playing good team ball, and I didn't see that same level. Like they changed they changed what had been working.
I disagree, man. They was up 15. I think we
But
forget that they was up 15 points.
they
But even
were
when they was up 15, PG, they was up 15 because that's what they was doing.
I
I think
think I just
because
think
they
that
stopped getting away from that.
they
I think
didn't make shots
like,
when they needed to make it, and Lakeland fought back into it. But they were up 15 points, man.
they was complacent, bro, and they just started doing stuff uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I thought they
You
went
know what
away
I'm
from
saying?
what got them up 15. I thought they went away from playing team ball
I don't
and
know if that's me or y'all. My
they got
phone is it
ISO.
muted?
No, we hear you.
So,
I think
but
that was my
I can't hear
observation.
nothing.
yeah, it's your phone then. So my thing is, coach, it worked out the way it was supposed to, and it's good for the tournament. You know what I'm saying? So the spirit of competition, you know what I'm saying? Somebody has an opportunity to win. You know what I'm saying? Will it be Lakeland next year? Will it be Lake Wells? Will it be somebody different? I think it could be a couple teams that can win it, other than those two. You know what I'm saying? It's just who all puts it together.
Well, I loved us, changing the thing to 3 years. I thought that really took it over the top. I had one coach say, "Coach, y'all need to do a 35 and up next year." I was like, "Coach, who gonna play? Who
uh,
gonna play, Coach? Who gonna play?" When we had it at that, cats couldn't get teams together. When we did 3 years, that's when we started getting teams. That's what was the hold up on people, like turning in rosters and saying they would play because they were like, "Coach, we can't get enough people to play." So we would love it. I mean, it started off full up like the older guys, but the older guys ain't couldn't
they
get teams
ain't built
together.
for
So you
it.
had it. Yeah, they ain't built for it. And I know what's the name already talking about. They in that year for. I guess we should get a debut from Santa Fe next year, which that'll be. They teams have been. They'll probably be the team in the tournament if they all.
They chasing that 18 roster because boy, that 12 is tough with them girls.
Yeah, and I mean if
They better send that payment over early.
we're gonna have some good problems, man, because. And I know one lady came to me and she was like, what time the tournament start? Like, what time it start tomorrow? I'm like, 9 on Saturday, 9 on Sunday. She said she thought it started at 9 Friday. She said, I was here Friday, just 9 o'clock this morning. I'm like, I'm sorry, man, but no, we started at 4. But, and starting at 4, we still was in there, so I think we got a good number if we're going to do 16 total teams. I guess it don't really matter if it's, but I don't know. That I think we're gonna have more than 16 people trying to play
sure.
next.
For sure.
So it's some great problems. But
It'd be dope. The only way we should do 16 if it's 8 girls. If we get more girl teams, we got to cut down the boy teams. Even we go 6 girl teams, then we can cut down the girl teams to 10. I mean the boy teams to 10 and be 16. But other than that, if we just still get 4 girl teams, man, we need to do 8 boy teams, the top 8, and call that a wash. Cause boy.
So you saying we got to trim the fat?
Yeah, and trim some of that garbage that was out there.
That's what I meant. But you don't say garbage. So
well, I could have played this weekend with some of them guys.
It's a notice for Brandon Pickett. Says you all, we got to get some more girls teams. I know that I had a couple girls teams. I won't say the names and put them on.
Brandon was one of them, hyping up that team. They didn't show up.
I'm talking about schools that said they was gonna play.
What happened, Brandon?
It's open. This is open. We want the That's a good question. How we gonna pick the top 10? I don't know.
No, my bad on saying top teams. The top team mean they paid that $200.
Yeah.
Instead of saying they'll give us $35 a day and the rest of us.
Right now, we got the 4 that played right now this year. It would be great if we got Kathleen, Haynes City, Lake Gibson, I don't know, Jenkins, McKill. I mean, it's enough girls team. I feel like we can get 4 more.
Especially with the 3-year rule.
With 3-year rule. So hopefully, now that y'all done seen it, it's growing. Y'all see how the ladies coming and showing up and playing. Hopefully, we'll you got enough time to get your squad together because we very open to expanding the girls side, but we can't do anything if people don't commit. But we definitely so hopefully Brandon, you can get a squad together, but you can get your squad together and put Gip in it. That'd be great. Like I said, Kathleen, Haynes City, because it's more than just them 4, but shout out to Lake West for jumping in and making it a 4, and then the 3 that came from last year. And just enjoy it. It's just a different energy when the girls play, when the ladies play. They're not girls, I'm sorry, when the ladies play. So hopefully.
Man, that thing competitive, man.
Yeah, man. I'm like, hey, man, we got to get more of these girls teams here, man.
I was locked in.
Locked in.
It was a couple them Elam games was real fun to watch.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We just got to hopefully they see it and they saw how much, how competitive it was and how the girls was playing. So hopefully that'll, because what happened was once we closed it, I probably got 2 inboxes. It's too late. Yeah, it's too late now. We don't post, we don't post the whole schedule now. Like you gotta be a little quicker than now. You've been, So anyway, hopefully they will take heed and get and I know the thing about it, that's why some of them teams had so many people on their roster. They were like, man, coach, people are back out. So we know all these we just putting them all out there just in case. I think the only team that everybody that they sent in showed up, like with all them 27 player rosters was Bartow. They all showed up and they all wanted to play.
Man, they had 40 guys. You talking about 20.
Shout out to Jay Frog, man. Jay Frog came in.
Jay Frog with the game winner. Yeah. But so everybody else that had like 15, 16 guys, they may have came, but they all didn't play. Like Bartow's the only one. So we get the strategy of putting a bunch of people on there just in case you don't know who might back up. Like Brandon saying, she had people and they backed out on her. So we get overdoing it, but we're just saying that we getting y'all a whole year notice, ladies. Whole year notice that we definitely actively want to see more lady teams next year because we enjoyed that. I think I enjoyed it watching them girls games. It's probably about 3 or 4 boy games that I enjoyed, but I enjoyed every girl game. Like it was you didn't want to leave the gym because I think the championship game, State Jungle just kind of over Lake Wales. But the rest of the games, they all was competitive. All went down to like the last.
Because their first game, Lake Wells was up on them like double digit.
They were, and that's crazy. The same weekend, how they turned around from one game to the next. So, but all right, man. Well, once again, thank y'all so much, man, for all your support and all the love y'all came and showed us last week at the alumni tournament, man. And y'all tap in with the coaches clinic, man. And like I say, we gonna continue to just try to set the bar, man, and continue to give you what you deserve, which is, the best type of experience when it comes to basketball in Polk County. We deserve it. It's been long overdue, and if we're not gonna do it, then who gonna do it? So appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. We do not take it for granted. So till next time, man, y'all be good this week, man. If you're playing football, make sure if you're a two-sport athlete, man, handle your business on the football field. And next week, man, y'all make sure y'all start strong, stay consistent. Don't wait till the last minute, like Coach say. Make sure, Coach, what's the thing? We want you to be a what now?
Need you available, Coach.
We need your
best. Accessibility is availability.
Come on, man. Do your part. Do your part. Be dependable. Don't have that coach depending on you and you're in the people class cutting up, and then he or she they get the email that you can't play, and they done wasted their time on you. So do your part, man. And stay out of trouble, man. Stay safe and stay out of trouble. So. All right. Y'all have a good one, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in tonight. And until next time, Polk Hoops, we out, man. Y'all be safe.